Fundamentals of Chinese 2, Unit 2, Calling a Friend for Help, Grammar It. Turn to pages 163 and 165 in your textbook. Have a pen or pencil ready to take notes. Okay, we saw some expressions of time in this unit's dialogue. So we saw 下个星期. Right? 下个 literally means below, means next week, and 上个星期, 上个 literally means above, and this means last week. So an easy way to remember it here, they recommend, is to picture a calendar, like a wall calendar, and you have weeks in 4 rows, and you have the weeks above and the weeks below. In the weeks above, like if you use this week as a point of reference, the week above was last week, and the week below is next week. So that's an easy way to remember 下个星期 for next week, and 上个星期 for last week. And they're noting here that you can omit the 个, so you can say 下星期 or you can say 上星期 as well. However, for saying next month and last month, we do not use 上 and 下. You have to have the 个 in there. So you can say 上个月 and 下个月, but usually we don't say 上月 or 下月. Okay, this table in the grammar section of your textbook describes various ways of expressing months and weeks. And so you see we have the month before last month, this month, next month, and the month after next. And the week before last week, this week, next week, and the week after next. So this middle row is our reference point. This month and this week. And then last week and last month is 上个星期, 上个月. And the week before last, 上个星期. You just say 上 twice. The month before last, 上个月. Same with week. Next week we have 下个星期, and next month 下个月. And then the week after next, 下个星期, and the month after next, 下个月. Now, if you're telling a story that happened like a year ago or a few years ago, and you're saying, I went to Plymouth, I started at Plymouth State University, and then the following month I met my boyfriend or I met my girlfriend, right? So when you're telling the story in English, because it's in the past, you can't say, well, I arrived at Plymouth State in September of 2006, and then the following month I met my girlfriend. You can't say, and then next month I met my girlfriend. You can only use next month if you're talking about now. When you're talking about the past, we would say, and then the following month I met my girlfriend. So here's what you use to do that down below here. We have 一个星期以后. You remember 以后 means after. So we have 一个星期以后, or 一个月以后, 1 month after, 1 month later. 一个月以后. So, I came to Plymouth State in September of 2006. 我2006年9月到 Plymouth State 大学. Okay? And then a month later I met my girlfriend. 一个月以后. Right here. 一个月以后我认识了我的女朋友. A month after I met my girlfriend. Here's some other time expressions that you should review. So we have the reference point here today. 今天, 昨天 is yesterday. 前天 is the day before. And 大前天 is 3 days ago. And then back to our reference point, 今天. 明天 is tomorrow. 后天 is the day after tomorrow. 大后天 is the day after tomorrow, 3 days from today. Then we have year. Notice how year is expressed. This year is 今年. Now last year isn't 昨年, it's 去年. And the year before last is 前年, and 3 years ago is 大前年. And then we have 明年 for next year, 后年 for the year after next, and 大后年for 3 years from now. So the only exception here is that last year is not 昨年, it's 去年. Okay, we saw 得 in here. It's a modal verb. 得 means must. Okay, so let's take a look at this example. 我现在得去开会，没空跟你聊天儿。Okay, so 我现在得去开会。I, right now, must go to a meeting. 没有空跟你聊天儿。I have no free time to chat with you. Okay, so I must go to a meeting. 我得去开会。In this other example, 我有事得去学校。I have something to do, must go to the school. 我有事得去学校。Now, the negative of this, I must do something, right? The negative would be 不用, I need not. Okay, so you could say 我没有事，我不用去学校。I don't need to go to school. Or you could also say 我不必去学校. Okay, there's no need for me to go to school. We do not put a 不 in front of 得 to make it negative. So 得 is I must go, and 不用 or 不必 is I don't need to go. Here are some examples. 你不用去图书馆。你不用去图书馆。You do not need to go to the library. 你不必去图书馆。你不必去图书馆。There's no need for you to go to the library. Same sentences. We cannot say 你不得去图书馆。All right, directional compliments. So you know now that 来 and 去 mean to come and go. And they can serve as a directional complement, kind of like phrasal verbs in English, like I want to go out, or please come in. All right, so we use out and go out to show the direction. You're going, but you're going out. You can also go in. Please go in. You can also go in. So we use in and out, these prepositions, as directional complements with verbs. The Chinese can use 来 and 去 as directional complements, with 进 to enter and 回 to return. So you can have 进来 come in, 进去 go in. All right, you can have 回来 come back, or you can have 回去 to return to. Okay, so let's look at some of these examples. So we can say 你什么时候回来? All right, return here, come back, right? When are you coming back? 你什么时候回来? So you're studying with a classmate in the library. The classmate gets up and says, I need to go do something. And you want to know, well, when are you coming back? I'm going to watch your stuff, but I have to go soon. So when are you coming back? 你什么时候回来? Okay. And the answer, 我6点回去. I'll go back at 6. 我6点回去. Here's another example with some pictures to assist. So we have someone inside a house and someone outside the house, and B is telling him, come in. 进来. enter, come in, 进来. Right? And then in this next photo here, we have two people and they're outside a house, and A is pointing with his thumb inside the house, so he's telling B with his thumb, directing him to go inside the house, and he says 进去, go in. 进去, go in. And that concludes this grammar lesson.